It's November 29th today. I'm losing my voice. It's that time of the year. Colds and hunting go hand in hand. But November 29th means second rut, especially when you get up to where we're at, southeast Minnesota, Wisconsin, over to Michigan, even northern Pennsylvania, southern New York, and those areas. It's starting to happen in that time. When you get down to Ohio, West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, even over in Missouri, that might be more like mid-December, December 10th, but it's close for everybody. And when you put this together with this giant cold front we have taking place, man, it's a great time to hunt. I'm actually heading out right now, and I'm right in the thick of it. It's supposed to be east winds tonight, east northeast. We're supposed to get up to 8 inches of snow, 10 inches, depends on what range you look at. We were supposed to go over to Pennsylvania. I really wanted to hunt Pennsylvania. Getting over there, blizzard conditions getting in, whiteouts, and we did that last year. Going into Bradford where I go at. I called to actually cancel my room, and the guy said he was working on 20 plus hours because people couldn't make it into work, and he didn't want to go home. So bottom line is, pretty bad weather kept us from getting to Pennsylvania. It was a smarter move because of various things going on with us, but we're back here in southeast Minnesota, and I'm hitting the woods right now. I'm going right now. It's during that snow, and I'm looking at light snow. So light snow over a probably 36-hour period. So it just keeps adding up. And I like the light snow aspect because deer have an uncanny ability to know, even with the same barometric pressure, whether it's going to be a blizzard and they can't get caught out in the open, or it's going to be just moderate snow, light snowfall. They can stay out, feed their bellies, go back in and bed down and conserve some energy. And that's what I'm hoping for tonight. Now, when this breaks, the backside of the storm tonight, northwest winds. You're going to see that across the country. The storm comes in. Backside, you're going to have strong westerly winds. We're going to have gusts up to 25, 30 miles an hour. That's typically not the time to hunt. So I'm looking at that in-between time right now, either on the front side, in between. Tomorrow, not really sure. I might still hit the woods tomorrow afternoon. I have a hard time keeping out. But at the same time, I'm really looking forward to Monday. In fact, Dylan's coming to film on Monday, and we're going to hit the woods. I can't wait because it'll be calmer conditions. The wind will be perfect for a setup that I really want to go sit and watch a food source, the one I'm going to tonight. It'll be perfect conditions, and it's after everything's broken. So what ends up happening, we have this extreme cold. You're going to see this sweep across the country. It's here right now in southeast Minnesota. It'll really keep moving across. But think about this cold dropping. So we're going to be a high 18 on Monday. We were just in the 50s a few days ago. So this is really a drastic change for us, and you're going to see that too. When the cold hits, think about deer, especially mature bucks that have already gone through a primary rut. They've lost a lot of body weight. They're super hungry. They need to replenish energy, and then you get this massive snowstorm coming through and temperature drop. They need to put the feed bag on heavy. That's why I'm taking a chance right now. When I go out, they're going to be feeding heavy, but especially afterwards. The cold zaps energy. They have to burn energy to stay alive. So when this breaks, they need to replenish that energy. After the primary rut, they need to replenish that energy. The stress of all this wind and snow that's going to take place tonight makes them burn energy. If they miss feeding quality feeding opportunities tonight because they're not going out into the open fields tonight, they burn energy. So it all adds up. The rut, stress, missed feeding opportunities, burn energy to stay alive, to stay warm. It all adds up. There's 4 things happening right there to make them put the feed bag on and move a lot. Now you add the second rut. I'm going in tonight. I'm looking for a pile of does. So I already know I'm after a certain buck, a junior. He's a 6-year-old. He's in and around this area. Don't see him very often on camera, but we know he's there. I'm looking for him to come into, if I can see 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 does and 3 or 4 fawns. Those fawns are the ones that a lot of times a month later, after their mothers, they cue off their mothers, come into heat. So I'm really looking for those fawns to come into heat, maybe a missed doe opportunity, but I'm going to hunt that pile of does this evening, and I'm doing it on a food source. I'm not going into the woods in these bedding areas where they're bedded and they're hunkered down, especially right now, this afternoon hunt. I'm going in, and I'm going to sit on that food source and I'm going to watch a bunch of does, and I'm really hoping one of those fawns is coming into heat, or there happens to be a missed doe there. The second rut is real. I want you to think back, and that's why I say, like, for you in Kansas, for you in Missouri, you're looking at more the 10th of December, middle of December. You could move that over to West Virginia, maybe Southern Ohio, but especially Kentucky, Tennessee, maybe in Louisiana. You're looking more for mid-December. But look at that time where you go backwards about a month, and that's that time where there's that really strong rut lockdown because so many does are coming into heat at once. There's an opportunity for them to miss. Because so many does are exponentially coming in at one time, that also means that those fawns could cue off that and they'll come in about a month later, and that puts us right into this time. Don't believe some of the state agencies that say there's no second rut, because a lot of them get lazy and they just lump them all into one big giant rut. They get an average. That actually shows that the rut happens later in the year too. That's just not true. So really look at, and every state agency is different, but really look at, there is a second rut. There is a great opportunity. And as we move into early December right here, when I get a morning that isn't frigid cold, 5 degrees, we're going to have some, I think Jen told me in the future we have a -3 in the forecast that might turn into -10. But at daybreak, those bucks and does and the entire deer herd are bedded down. They want to conserve energy. Then they'll get up and feed in the morning. So that gives you a great opportunity if you want to get into, not necessarily right in a bedding area, but off to the side, maybe a hidden food source, red oak flat, red oak stropulator opportunity, maybe an area where there's been some clear cutting, there's some really good browse, really good hardwood regeneration. Those are those spots where you can slip in along the side. Maybe right at daybreak you go in, but the deer are already bedded down because it's frigid cold. And then you wait till 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning for those deer to get up on their feet, start moving around. Perfect second rut opportunity. Really be careful going in this time of year. It takes one noise to spook a herd. And so I'm not going to go force a morning sit. Like I could sit in the morning where I'm sitting tonight, back in about 300-400 yards away on a point. If I go in there and spook that deer herd in the morning, I spook it getting out, then I'm not going to have this really high quality afternoon hunt where I can slip into a blind, slip into a stand location, watch the field fill up, and then get out of there without spooking deer. So not spooking deer is the name of the game this time of year. I'm really focusing on this opportunity of depleted energy. They're going to hit food. Focusing on those does, and I'm focusing on those does in the afternoon food source. But the name of the game is letting those food sources in the adjoining bedding areas fill up. A lot of areas have been overstressed, overhunted, overpressured this time of year. And so hopefully you can find, whether it's on public land and you find this great set-aside area where no one's been to, it's next to a south-facing slope, maybe there's more browse in that area, maybe there's stand acorns that you're really looking at, a lot of feeding going on, or maybe a clear cut. Maybe you have hidden food plots that you just haven't overpressured, like ours out on our property here. You can sneak in with all this going on, adding in the second rut, and this is an incredible opportunity, one of the best of the year. And the great thing is, there's so many people that are sitting back, they're eating turkey leftovers, watching football games, and they're not hitting the woods. So take advantage of this opportunity. It's one of the most missed opportunities in the deer woods. The second rut, add this cold front in there, and wow, this is an opportunity you can't miss. Yeah, I really appreciate you watching all the way to the end. Your followers really appreciate and taking the time. I wanted to mention we have our last minute food plots you can check out at Pure Wildlife Blends. We have a lot of different seed varieties, especially our fall power greens. We have ways to establish clover this time of year, rye, a lot of different goodies. We also have our client visits. We've already started scheduling for this year, December through next August. So there's 5 of us going to client properties. Make sure you check that out. And then finally, our books and web classes. They're great Christmas presents this time of year is when they really start to sell. So really appreciate you watching. Just check out Whitetail Habitat Solutions, or for this food plot seed company, PureWildlifeBlends.com. Thank you.